The WNBA All-Star Draft was fun between Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier, the team captains, picking the players, picking the rosters. But the most interesting aspect was the coach swap, because Clark traded Cheryl Reeve, who was the coach of her team, or was to be the coach of her team, to Collier for Sandy Brondello, the coach of the New York.
Justice has been served, and the WNBA All-Star Game just got a serious upgrade. Caitlin Clark isn't here to play games. While the spotlight was on draft picks and roster decisions, she made the boldest move of all, removing Cheryl Reeve from her coaching spot. And the way she did it? Pure confidence and control.
Just made the funniest All-Star selections ever. She just picked her friends. She made sure she picked no ops, as people like to call them. She made sure there were no ops on her team. If she's played with a player before, like Sonia Citron, she picked her. Gabby Williams, she picked nobody that's tweeted a negative thing about her. She's picked nobody that has said a negative thing about her in the media.
This wasn't just some routine roster move, this was Caitlin Clark drawing the line. Her message was clear: I'm done with the negativity, Cheryl. I'm in control now. After everything Reeve put her through, the Olympic snub, the subtle jabs on social media, the non-stop undermining, Clark finally got the chance to send a message. And she made it crystal clear what she thinks of Reeve's coaching.
First time I've ever seen this, man. The first time out of all the times I've seen where two star players are picking up players, they ask for a trade, or the median person asked for a trade, and they're talking about trading the coach.
This wasn't just a typical trade, it was Caitlin Clark making a statement: enough's enough, Cheryl. I'm calling the shots now. After all the shade Reeve threw her way, the Olympic snub, the subtle digs online, the constant second-guessing, Clark finally got the chance to respond loud and clear. And she did it by showing exactly how little faith she has in Reeve's leadership.
Caitlin, you said you might be aggressive on the trade market once this opened up. Is there any player that you're looking to get to? And remember, it has to be apples to apples trade here. Starter for starter, reserve for reserve. The good news is you can't go wrong with this type of talent. Anyone looking to make a deal here?
To be completely honest, I love my team. I think they're great. I don't have any intentions of really trading any of them. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. He's going to take her coach.
Cheryl Reeve probably assumed she could cruise through the All-Star Game, expecting Clark to play along and let the past slide. But she was dead wrong. Clark isn't the type to forget, especially not when a coach has spent more time criticizing her than backing her. If you try to tear down the face of the league, don't be surprised when she turns the tables.
Was supposed to be coached by Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve. Napheesa Collier was supposed to be coached by New York Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello. They swapped coaches. Cheryl Reeve, dodged the bullet. Thank God I don't need to coach Caitlin Clark, man. Man, I can't deal with that. I would have had to swallow so much pride, I can't do that. Fee, she probably called him the Fee, talk to Caitlin, please. I can't coach her, I can't do it. This book's about to come out. You know what they're gonna be saying if I'm coaching Caitlin Clark and the book's out? Oh, God. Fee, please.
The tension between these two has been building for a long time, and Clark finally hit her breaking point. Remember when Reeve tweeted out 12 teams, #Thu is more than one player, while Clark was setting records left and right? Or when she suddenly had no comment on Clark's Olympic snub, even though she was the Team USA coach. Reeve spent months downplaying Clark's success, constantly shifting the spotlight and acting like Clark's impact didn't matter. It was clear, she wasn't just critical, she was the loudest voice against the league's biggest star.
Reeve is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense, but the drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of the league, not to mention being the coach of Team USA that Caitlin Clark was so famously.
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now here's the thing about real champions, they don't forget. Caitlin Clark remembered every jab, every side comment, every time Cheryl Reeve tried to downplay her. And when the chance came to make a move, Clark didn't blink. She made it count, the trade. Cold and calculated. Clark replaced Reeve with Sandy Brondello, the New York Liberty coach who's fresh off back-to-back finals runs. That's not just a change, it's a major upgrade. She went from a coach who criticized her online to one who actually wins when it matters. Even Brondello's reaction was perfect. Her teenage son texted her, "Mom, you got traded," and she just laughed it off. That's the vibe Clark wants: good energy, no drama, and a focus on winning.
Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. So wait, Caitlin Clark had Chrissy Sides, who never let her. Okay, now she's got Stephanie White, who wants to do off ball. Oh, okay. And now Sadie Bardell's like, wait, I can show Caitlin what she's been missing this whole entire. I can set up an offense like. Oh, here comes recruitment year of 20.
Meanwhile, Reeve had no choice but to sit and watch as Clark effectively gave her the boot, right on live TV. The same coach who tried to shape the story around Clark's career just got outplayed by the very player she tried to downplay. You could practically see the frustration on Reeve's face as it hit her. She just got outsmarted by someone half her age, but Clark didn't stop at the coaching change. She went all in. She built herself a squad that screams championship. Just check out this lineup: Aya Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Satu Sabauli, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Gabby Williams, Jackie Young, and more. This isn't just an all-star team, it's a powerhouse built to dominate.
Caitlin Clark actually has a complete roster to start her team. She's got Caitlin Clark at the 1, Sabrina Ionescu at the 2, Satu Sabali at the 3. She must have heard the chatter in the offseason of fans saying, let's get Satu Sabali. I'm just saying, she might have heard a thing or two. We got AB at the 4 and Asia Wilson at the 5. Starters for starters, this should be a victory. I know it's the...
Clark made one thing clear from the start: she's loyal to her squad. Her first pick, Aaliyah Boston. That was more than just strategy, it was a message: I've got your back. Then she grabbed Kelsey Mitchell as her first reserve, making sure the Fever's backcourt duo stayed intact for the All-Star stage, but Clark didn't stop there. She built a team loaded with winners and experience at every spot. Aya Wilson brings 3 MVPs and a championship resume. Sabrina Ionescu adds elite shooting and late-game killer instinct. Satu Sabauli brings versatility and global experience. Every pick had purpose. This wasn't just about stacking talent, it was about building a team with chemistry, balance, and hunger. These aren't just stars thrown together. They're players who know how to win, who make each other better, and who are ready to dominate, not just show up.
And Caitlin Clark also wound up with all of the Fever members on her squad as well, meaning Aaliyah Boston, Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell will be a trio in Indianapolis for All-Star. So that's the way it went down. Here are the teams. You can see Caitlin Clark celebrating what she was able to accomplish here. That's her squad: Clark, Boston, Ionescu, Wilson, Sabali, Mitchell, Gabby Williams. I love Gabby Williams. What a player. Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, Jackie Young, Thornton, Kayla Thornton from the Valkyries. So Clark should have a...
You know what really says it all? The fan reaction. As soon as the trade went down, Clark's supporters lit up social media. Comments like, "Caitlin just fired Reeve as All-Star coach. I'm here for it," and "So glad Cheryl isn't coaching Clark, goodbye Cheryl," were everywhere. People instantly understood what this was: Clark taking charge of her own story. Meanwhile, Reeve's camp was likely scrambling, trying to figure out how their seasoned coach just got outplayed by a second-year pro. The same coach who spent months throwing shade and taking subtle shots at Clark just got called out, in front of the whole world. The message couldn't be clearer: Caitlin Clark is done with the disrespect. She's done with coaches who try to ride her name for clout while downplaying her impact. She's finished with the jealousy, politics, and drama that have followed her from college to the pros. This move wasn't just about picking a coach. It was about control. Clark proved she's not just a rising star, she's a force who can flip the league's power dynamics on her own terms.
As Gangster Clark heard Cheryl crusted blueberry muffin ass Reed being salty in that press conference, throwing shade at the Fever, and said, "Nope, get her punk ass up out of here. She ain't about to coach my team for the All-Star game." And that's why I call her Gangster Clark, because whatever Gangster Clark wants, Gangster Clark.
And let's not overlook the perfect twist of irony here. Reeve likely thought she'd stroll into the All-Star Game and use Clark's spotlight to boost her own image. Instead, she got traded, now coaching Nafisa Collier's team, while Clark leveled up with a coach who actually respects her game. The whole move speaks volumes about Clark's mindset. She didn't settle, didn't try to force a partnership with someone who never had her back. She saw the issue, made a smart decision, and pulled it off without hesitation. That's championship-level leadership. Now, Clark gets to team up with Sandy Brondello, the exact kind of coach who knows how to work with stars and build winning systems. Brondello led the Liberty to back-to-back finals and knows how to craft offenses that bring out the best in elite players without sacrificing team chemistry. She's the perfect coach to help Clark shine on the All-Star stage.
Bruh, tell me y'all just saw Caitlin Clark destroy Cheryl Reeves on national TV. I know y'all saw. Free smoke, ayy. Free smoke, ayy. Free smoke, ayy. Free smoke, Bruh, Caitlin Clark want all the smoke. Caitlin Clark want all the smoke, bruh. Bruh, she just annihilated Cheryl Reeve on national television. I didn't see that coming. They asked Caitlin Clark, hey Caitlin, are there any player trades you like to make? Nah, I'm kind of set with my team, but I would like to trade.
On one side, you've got Cheryl Reeve, a coach who spent her time downplaying Clark's impact and brushing off her accomplishments. On the other, you've got Sandy Brondello, a proven champion who knows how to build around a generational star and turn that into winning basketball. And just look at Clark's all-star roster. This team is loaded. The starting five alone could hold their own against any lineup in WNBA history. Clark is running point with elite vision and leadership. Ionescu adds sharp shooting and high basketball IQ. Aya Wilson dominates the paint with MVP-level skill. Satu Sabali brings versatility and international experience. Aaliyah Boston holds it down on defense with rim protection and rebounding. Then there's the bench, just as dangerous. Kelsey Mitchell brings more scoring and deep shooting. Gabby Williams adds grit, defense, and non-stop energy. Jackie Young brings veteran poise and playoff toughness. This isn't just a great team, it's a dynasty in the making.
I mean, Williams is really fast for a forward. Obviously, Kelsey's very fast. Citron's very fast. Jackie Young's one of my favorite players. Iriafin, a rookie, can get up and down the floor. Ionescu can help spread the floor along with Kelsey and Clark so they can really shoot. Caitlin made sure to get some size. She actually passed up on Paige Beckers to take Sabali, and she took Asia Wilson with her third pick. If Asia had fallen any further down the board.
The best part of this entire situation is seeing Caitlin Clark finally take full control of her own narrative. For too long, she's had to deal with coaches, media voices, and league figures more focused on shaping her story than actually supporting her rise. From the Olympic snub to questionable officiating and non-stop criticism, Clark faced it all with class and professionalism, but being professional doesn't mean you have to tolerate disrespect forever. Clark reached her limit with Reeves' negativity, and she handled it like a true pro. No drama, no public callouts, just a sharp, decisive move that cut out the toxicity from her basketball circle. You know, Reeve didn't see this coming. She probably thought Clark would go along with it, maybe even use the All-Star Game as a chance to patch things up. Instead, Clark made her stance clear without saying a word. If you spend your time tearing down the face of the league, don't expect a seat at her table.
I don't know what's gotten into Caitlin Clark. You are leaning into this bad guy role. I love it. I don't know what's gotten into you, Caitlin Clark, but you've been on some I don't give a F lately. I love it. Oh my God, I cannot believe she just eviscerated and embarrassed Cheryl Reeve on national TV like that. They said, hey, would you like to make a player trade? It's better yet, I'll do you one better. Get this fucking coach up out of here. Hey, Caitlin.
The same coach who once tweeted that the league is more than one player, while Clark was practically carrying the WNBA on her back, just got a serious wake-up call. The player she tried to downplay and control just showed she has more influence than any coach in the league. This trade says everything about who Caitlin Clark is. She stands for excellence, accountability, and winning. She's not here to play politics or keep up appearances with people who don't genuinely support her. She wants to be surrounded by winners, people who understand what it really takes to compete at the highest level. That's why Sandy Brondello is the perfect choice. She's a proven coach who thrives under pressure, knows how to manage star players, and build systems that bring out the best in her teams. Clark didn't make this move lightly, she knew exactly what she was doing. She chose success over drama, results over games, and real respect over fake loyalty.
WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules, but we just made it a rule.
now.
So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa!
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina. So, therefore, maybe Stewie wants to come on over to my team. Let me know.
Whoa!
B, you want to give me Stewie?
We have breaking
Let me know.
news here. I don't know that I've heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star Game. This is something that you're agreeing to, Fee. There's no terms to this deal.
I agree with Cheryl, I agree with the trade. I love Cheryl, she's my coach here. And you know what, that's just gonna be worse for Team Clark because now we got more chemistry on our side, we got more synergy, we know what we expect from each other, so that was a bad move on your part, Caitlin.
The All-Star Game on July 19th is set to be a statement. Clark's squad is stacked with elite talent, led by a championship-winning coach, and fueled by the perfect mix of individual skill and team chemistry. They're not just out to win, they're out to prove that Clark's vision for the game is the future, and on the other sideline, Cheryl Reeve, watching it all unfold, probably rethinking every dismissive comment she made about Clark's role in the league. The coach who tried to limit her just got outmaneuvered by the very player she tried to silence. This wasn't just a coaching switch. It was a power move. Clark didn't just change the narrative, she owned it. She made it clear, she's not here to be underestimated or controlled. She's here to win, and she expects that same energy from everyone around her. Clark's message couldn't be clearer. She's done with the drama, the politics, and the people who don't believe in her. She's locked in, surrounded by winners, and ready to take over. The All-Star Game is just the start. Caitlin Clark is officially in charge of her future, and the rest of the league better be paying attention.